The Wii U is one of Nintendo's worst selling consoles, although that doesn't mean it's a bad console. In fact, I believe it is one of, if not the greatest console made by Nintendo. There are many reasons why I believe this, starting with the gamepad. The gamepad is the main gimmick of the Wii U. It's basically a controller with a screen attached to it, which might sound like a dumb idea, but I feel like it was utilized very well in most games. Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Super Mario Maker, Nintendo Land, and Zombie U I feel like all utilize the gamepad very well. Another thing I like about the gamepad is how it somehow has no input delay while streaming the console to the display. Although because of that, it makes you unable to go very far from the console with your gamepad without it disconnecting. Why would you want to leave the room with the gamepad? Because some games allow you to swap the main screen from the TV to the gamepad so you can play without hogging the TV. Another thing about the gamepad is that it has a sensor bar built into it so you can play your Wii games on it, which leads into the next reason: Wii support. This one I feel like is pretty self-explanatory, so long story short, the Wii U can do everything the Wii can do except playing GameCube games, which is still possible, but that's a video topic for later. So anyways, let's move on to the games. The Wii U has some of the best games Nintendo has made so far. Great games on the console include Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, Super Mario 3D World, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Devil's Third. Wait, that last game sucked. Why is it on the list? Although some of these games aren't exclusive to the console anymore, I still think the Wii U is the definitive way to play most of these games, as that's the way they were originally intended to be played. The charm. I feel like the Wii U has a lot of charm to it, especially compared to the Nintendo Switch. Whenever I turn on the console and see the main menu, I know for a fact that I'll have a lot of fun with whatever game I decide to play. The charm isn't only in the main menu. Games like Super Mario Maker, Splatoon, Super Mario 3D World, and Nintendo Land have lots of charm to them. Nintendo Land especially because that game is basically a bunch of Nintendo IPs combined into a cozy little minigame collection played by yourself or with friends. Another thing about the Wii U that I feel like had a lot of charm before it shut down, which also leads to the next subject, is the Miiverse. The Miiverse was a social media service that Nintendo made exclusively for the Wii U and the 3DS. Released in 2012, it was kind of like Reddit in the sense that it had multiple groups that you could chat or share art in. Though you were unable to create your own groups, so you could only do stuff in ones made by Nintendo themselves. Something cool about the service is that I could link to games. How link to games differs from game to game, but an example of it is in Wind Waker. There are these items called tingle bottles that you can find in the ocean that allow you to see messages sent through the game from the Miiverse. Unfortunately though, due to poor moderation and the release of the Nintendo Switch, the Miiverse was officially shut down as of November 7th, 2017. I realize this entire video is probably very biased, which is not very surprising considering the amount of nostalgia I have for this console. So if there's anything that I disagree with, please leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and possibly even subscribing to my channel, as I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, have a wonderful day and God bless.